takes it in overtime. Brady Tkachuk, breakaway shoots, scores!
Welcome to Sens Talk. My name is Brandon, and I am your host. Rocking the 49ers gear today. George Kittle, baby. Niners, huge W in the wild card against the Seattle Seahawks. That is a team that knows how to win, unlike your Ottawa Senators, who once again lose tonight. 7-0. 7-0 to the Colorado Avalanche, who, of course, are defending Stanley Cup champions. McKinnon, Makar, Rantanen, some really legit players. All three of those guys probably Hall of Famers. But going into this game, they have lost their last 7 of 8 games. It's a winnable game for Ottawa. Colorado right now is even out of a playoff spot. The first 3 goals against for Ottawa, Ottawa's top guys are to blame. Tkachuk turned it over on the third one. Chabot turned it over on the first one. Stützle turned it over on the second one. And suddenly, right away, the Avs are running up the score. The final score, like I just said, is 7-0. Ottawa, from beginning to end, had no chance in this game. And Colorado, once again, kudos to them. Great game. They played far better than us. We had no chance to win this one. We didn't deserve to win this one. But Colorado's had a tough season. They're out of a playoff spot. They have had massive injuries. They've lost 7 out of 8 going into tonight's game. And for a team like Ottawa, who claims, they claim that they want to be a playoff team. They claim that they want to take that next step. Where the hell is it? The last 4 games, Ottawa has given up 21 goals. Take that in. The last 4 games, 21 goals against. You're not going to win games with all the talent in the world when you're giving up that many goals. Inexcusable. It's a disgrace that the last few years of Senator hockey has been the same damn story. Even without the talent, Ottawa was similarly in the standings as they are right now, okay? It's an absolute disgrace what we're seeing right now. DJ Smith seems like a cool guy. I think he is a wild character in the best of ways, but his coaching style does not work. The players are lazy. The players are inconsistent. The team is inconsistent, and the team does not perform. And tonight is yet another example of just that. I think after the season, you have to take a long and hard look at the coaching position for your Ottawa Senators. And many of you guys are probably going to comment right now in the standings, well, why wait till the offseason? Just fire him now. And I'll say this, if they haven't fired him yet, they're not going to fire him now. So maybe in the offseason we'll see that. And it's purely not, hey, once again, I think DJ Smith is a hell of a character. I love this dude. But in terms of coaching and performance, this is a business. He's not performing, okay? He just reached 100 wins the other day, which is a great milestone. Congratulations to DJ Smith. But he's been coaching for like 5 years now. I mean, come on. There's no excuse for this, especially with all the talent we have. Giroux, DeBrincat being brought in. I mean, there's just no excuse. You can make all the excuses in the world about, Joseph is out and Norris is out. And, they've had some defensive issues in the back end and the goaltending's been inconsistent. But, I'm not going to listen to any of that because let me tell you something. Before last season begun, this team, this franchise, Pierre Dorion, the general manager, promised playoffs. They promised playoff-type expectations, and they promised that the Senators would be competing. We're 2 years past that. It's been 2 years since, and we're still floundering in the bottom half of the standings. It's unbelievable, and it's an utter disgrace. Look at your screen right now. Parker Kelly, Mark Haslick, make a back check. Why are you just skating there with no passion? For a team like the Ottawa Senators that prides themselves, they pride themselves on being a tough, hard-working team. Where is the effort? I don't care if it's 4-0 with a minute left and the second period of play. Haslick, Kelly, the rest of the Ottawa Senators, put some heart into what you're doing. It's an utter disgrace. You cannot tell me, if you're the Ottawa Senators, you can't sit back and tell me, as a fan, as a loyal fan, if you couldn't tell, a loyal fan, you can't sit back and tell me that you're honestly trying your hardest to make the playoffs when we see consistently half-hearted back checks like that, lazy plays in our own zone resulting in the back of our net. It's just inexcusable, and I'm not buying it anymore. I am not buying it anymore. Neither should you. And the coaching staff is to blame because when you have your best players, Tkachuk, Stützle, Chabot, Batherson turning it over consistently in tonight's game, the coach has to kick them in the ass. I'm sorry. He does, and he just hasn't. He's been way too soft. He's been way too complacent. And the Senators suddenly have a big-time issue with a losing culture. This is something I've been warning. You can go back to my videos the last few years. I've been warning about this very issue for the last few seasons. You cannot let a losing culture set in. And I'm sorry to say, The losing culture has absolutely set in. They need a new voice in the locker room. They need a new system. They need a change, and that can't come soon enough. Once again, I think DJ Smith, hell of a guy. Great character, but he's just not a good NHL head coach. So basically, just to recap everything I just said, this team continues to pride themselves on being a hardworking team. They want to take that next step. Well, guess what? Show me. Show me you want to take that next step, because you haven't shown me a damn thing to prove that. Now, moving forward on some even worse news, Artem Zub again injured, lower body injury in the second period of play, did not return into tonight's game. Remember, a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I believe, he had that upper body injury, so it's a different injury, but yet it is still an injury. It's a major one for Ottawa. Our defense is absolutely depleted right now. They're very inconsistent. A big part of the reason why Ottawa is giving up so many goals is the defense, and losing Artem Zub, arguably our best defensive defenseman, is a massive loss. So hopefully it's nothing major, but just another huge loss for the Ottawa Senators. They can't stay healthy, and it really is unfortunate. So I do wish the best for Artem Zub. I do hope it's nothing major. Now, the next Senator game is a Monday night, 8 o'clock Eastern time, versus the St. Louis Blues, another team out of a playoff position. Let's see if Ottawa can pick up 2 points against them. Now, besides that, tomorrow, just want to mention this real quick. Tomorrow, Faces Magazine. If you didn't know, we've been nominated for 3 separate categories at the 2023 Ottawa Faces Magazine Awards for blog, sports, podcast, and YouTube channel. Once again, thank you to everyone that has nominated us. It's such an honor. It's very humbling. I'll put a link in the description to this video right now. Voting starts tomorrow. I'll make a video tomorrow as well, and I'll upload it here. But voting starts tomorrow. So if you want to vote us in for one of those 3 categories, or all 3, I recommend if you want to vote for us in all 3 categories. Yeah, so I'll put the link in the description for that. Voting starts tomorrow. Thank you to everyone that has nominated us for that true honor, and I'm just really excited to be nominated. So thank you very much, and I will see you Monday night when Ottawa takes on the St. Louis Blues. And dear Lord, Ottawa Senators, let's get a win.